One day, a frog was resting on the riverbank, enjoying the cool breeze and sunset of a beautiful autumn day, when out of nowhere, a scorpion came crawling out of the bushes, leaving the frog startled and scared. The scorpion reassured the frog, "Relax, I mean you no harm. All I was hoping for was an act of kindness. See, I'm trying to get to the other side of the river, and, well, I can't swim. Would you be ever so generous to let me climb your back, and you carry me through to the other side?" The frog turns around and says, "No, you're a scorpion. If I did that, you'd sting me and I'd die." So the scorpion says, "Why would I do that? If I were on your back and I was to sting you, then we would both drown, and I'm not trying to die." So the frog thinks about it and says, "Well, that does make sense. Okay, fine. Climb my back and I'll carry you through to the other side. But promise that you won't sting me." The scorpion reassures him. So he climbs his back and they begin their journey. And just as they're about to reach the other side of the river, the scorpion stings the frog. Stunned, and just as they're about to be submerged by water, the frog says to the scorpion, "But why, when you knew what the outcome would be?" And the scorpion responded, "I'm a scorpion. It's in my nature." That story is familiar with many of us because, well, we've all been through our own scorpion and frog experience. And for the most part, we all tend to look at things as the frog, or from the perspective of the frog, because it's far easier to be the victim than it is to be the villain. Objectively, the scorpion is the villain and the frog is the victim. Now, I know I've experienced my scorpion and frog moment. I have my scorpion, and my scorpion stung me multiple times. And that's the thing. As much as we can look at this and say that the scorpion was the villain and the frog is the victim, it's very comforting to play the role of the victim. But it lacks accountability. The frog betrayed himself, went against his better judgment. He initially said no, then allowed the scorpion to convince him otherwise. And much like the frog, I betrayed myself, went against my better judgment, and allowed my scorpion to sting me time and time again. Because unlike the story, the drowning doesn't happen once. The drowning will happen multiple times. And with each sting, and with each occasion where you drown, you end up drowning deeper and deeper and deeper, making it harder for you to re-emerge, to resurface, if ever you do. But if there's going to be any growth and healing, you have to take responsibility. This isn't about victim blaming. This is about acknowledging the fact that, for me at least, I went against my better judgment. Time and time again. When I knew that I should have left, I stayed multiple times. And that's on me. Regardless of the reassurance that was given, I knew that I was supposed to leave and I didn't. Accountability is not easy. It's a tough pill to swallow. But there's no growth without it. Even when you are the victim, or at least for me, even when I was the victim, I wasn't a perfect, innocent victim, but a victim nonetheless. I played myself. That's not easy to accept, but it is the only way that there will be actual growth and healing. Because the operative is living in the past time and time again, and that just gets tiring. And people get tired of hearing you. They get bored. But yeah, the only way to heal is to be able to take accountability, as uncomfortable and tough as it may be. I'm talking to myself. But if this resonates with you, well, then I guess I'm talking to you too. And if it doesn't, well, if it don't apply, let it fly.